Welcome to the Pub Sports Radio NHL Play of the Day for Tuesday, September the 8th. I'm Ian Cameron, back with you with game number 2 in the Western Conference Final. It's the Dallas Stars taking on the Vegas Golden Knights. Vegas minus 160 favorites here in game 2, the total 5.5. And the big question entering game 2 of this series, no doubt about it, is where is the Vegas Golden Knights offense? Where has it gone? This is a team that has been a terrific offensive team most of the season. They've shown the ability to have 4 capable scoring lines and forward lines that have been able to score goals and get on the score sheet for them. And right now, we're just not seeing that from this Vegas Golden Knights team. They have not been that same group that has shown that ability all season long to be able to score goals in bunches. They scored 15 goals in 3 round-robin games. 15 in 5 games in the first round against Chicago. They scored 15 goals in the first 4 games in the second round against Vancouver. But from game 5 of the second round against Vancouver to game 1 of this series against Dallas here in the West Final, we've seen the Golden Knights score just 4 goals in their last 4 games combined. And 2 of those 4 goals were empty net goals, which came in the Game 7 victory. So they've really scored 2 non-empty net goals in their last 4 games. And both of those goals came from the same player, and he's not even a forward. He's defenseman Shea Theodore. He's a damn good defenseman, and a defenseman that I think might be a Norris Trophy candidate in future seasons. He's had that good of a year for the Vegas Golden Knights, but when your only 2 goals are coming from a defenseman, and you've got nothing from the forwards in your last 4 games, there's no doubt you're in the midst of a big-time offensive drought, and that's the case right now with the Vegas Golden Knights. The offensive doldrums are real. It's amazing because the regular season, this was a team that averaged more than 3 goals per game. They've had no trouble early in the restart, the round robin, the first round, half the second round. Scoring wasn't an issue, but now it is, and even the power play has also cooled off. 1 for 14 for the Golden Knights with the man advantage in their last 4 games. Dallas, on the other hand, they got the victory in game 1 of this series, 1-0. And really, they did it by getting back to the style of play we really were accustomed to seeing the Stars play for much of the season. Tight checking, low scoring, keep the games, low scoring and timely goals, timely offense, but rely more on the defense and the goaltending to win games. And they got back to that. And apparently the Stars were happy with their game in game 1, 1-0. Instead of the freewheeling, up and down, high-scoring style of hockey they largely played against Calgary and Colorado in the first 2 rounds of the playoffs. But Rick Bowness said it after the game. A couple of the Dallas Stars players saying that's really the game we kind of want to play here in this series and moving forward. We want to play a Dallas Stars type of hockey, and that is defense first. And we got that from the Stars in game 1, in that 1-0 win. The only goal coming from a defenseman, John Klingberg, and they made that 1-0 lead stand up for the entire game. So Dallas certainly seems like they are interested in trying to play this way, tight checking style moving forward. Vegas kind of said as well after the game, this is kind of what we expected Dallas to be in this series, revert to that hard-nosed, tighter defense type of play, and we certainly got that. Here's where it's going to have to change here for the Vegas Golden Knights. They need their best players to step up. It has to be their top forwards leading the way for them. Mark Stone's gone 5 games without a goal. Riley Smith's gone 7 games without a goal. William Karlsson has just 1 goal in his last 10 games. Jonathan Marchessault, just 1 point in his last 7 games. That group of players has to elevate their game. Simple as that. They've got to work harder to score goals when the puck isn't going in for them. And that's going to have to start tonight for them. Good news for the Golden Knights is that Ryan Reeves is going to be back in the lineup after serving a 1-game suspension in game 1 for an illegal check to the head on Vancouver Canucks forward Tyler Mott in game 7 of that series. Now, he's not a big offensive force. He may not cure the Golden Knights' offensive woes that they've had in the short term. But what he does bring this team is energy. And the Golden Knights said they kind of lacked some energy in game 1. Well, Reeves can deliver that with a big physical play or a big hit in open ice. And oftentimes that can lead to a good shift and a good amount of time in the offensive zone because it gives a little bit of a boost to the entire team when they see him have that physical brand of play and try to turn momentum in his team's favor. Robin Lehner got a night's rest in game one, because that would have been a third game and 4 nights for him in net. It was Marc-Andre Fleury in game one. Robin Lehner should be back in net tonight for the Vegas Golden Knights here in game two. I'm backing Vegas here. I know they've had real trouble scoring goals, and maybe they don't break out tonight, but I think they can at least scratch across 2-3 goals, and then Lehner and the defense can do the rest. And they have played pretty good, Vegas. I mean, they only gave up 1 goal in game one and lost. Their defensive game's been pretty solid lately. Lehner's been good in net. I think Vegas does just enough to win this game. Keep in mind, coming into this series, they were 7-2 head-to-head against Dallas in the last 9 games, the last 9 meetings before the start of this series. I think Vegas has a chance to bounce back, get this series tied up at 1 game apiece. But instead of Vegas on the money line, which is around -160, I'm going to back them in regulation, or on the 3-way money line at around even money, +100. -105 is currently where that is priced, a better price, and see if Vegas can win this game in 60 minutes. But anyway, I do think they'll have a better offensive game, at least enough to score goals and get the victory. And keep in mind, Dallas has had a pattern throughout the playoffs. They play a really great defensive game, and they have not been able to play 2 in a row where they completely shut down and neutralize the opponent. So I'm going to go with Vegas in regulation here at +100, -105 in that price range for my Pub Sports Radio NHL Play of the Day for Tuesday, September the 8th. I'm Ian Cameron. Thank you for watching. Reminder to check out pubsportsradio.com each and every day. Tons of cool content to keep you tuned in here on pubsportsradio.com. Make sure you're checking that all out. Thanks for watching. Enjoy Game 2 of the Western Conference Final, and good luck, and I'll be back with you tomorrow on Wednesday for another Pub Sports Radio NHL Play of the Day.